everybody. Welcome to another live. What fun. We're going to have fun today. We're just going to take a few steps further than we usually take, which is going to be amazing. So today's live is a shortcut to a magnificent life, a magnificent life, pardon me. And we are exclusively on YouTube. So I hope everyone from Instagram and Facebook, I hope you've come over to join us here. So what's the shortcut to a magnificent life? Blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to hold out on you, but instead I'm going to tell you right away what it is. The shortcut to a magnificent life is to be happy now. But there's way more to be happy now than you might think. And I'm going to explain it to you. First, though, let me tell you what happens to your life when you are happy now. When you're happy now, problems just seem to disappear. Your manifestations suddenly start appearing. Your days flow so smoothly, it's breathtaking. And you find that your dreams are turning into reality. But not only that, your body is in harmony, and any disharmony in the body begins to disappear. Your mind is peaceful, you are automatically grateful, you are automatically positive, you uplift others just through your presence. Life becomes a joy and absolutely effortless. So it's a big payoff to be happy now. You can intend each night that you will be joyously happy tomorrow. That's a given. You can do that. But I want to take you further than that and explain to you what it means to be happy now. When I say be happy now, I know you can do it, because I know that you are filled with happiness, each and every one of you. You don't have to go out and get it or make yourself happy. You are overflowing with happiness inside of you right now. The only thing that keeps you from being happy all the time is your mind covering over the happiness with its negative thoughts and feelings. So when I say be happy now, I don't mean for you to try to be happy, because that is not being happy now. Trying to be happy means you are in time, trying to be happy in the future. To be happy now, you allow the happiness to rise up from inside you now. And now is the secret part of this. The moment you are in now, happiness automatically arises in you. We have to be out of time. Now is not passing in time like the past, the present, and the future. We might think that the present is not in time, but it is, because we still have thoughts in the present. By the time you say I'm present, it's in the past. So all thoughts equal being in time. No thought equals being in the here and now. Now is here now, and it is always here now. Now is bliss, now is joy, now is manifestation, now is harmony, now is perfection. The longer you can be here now, the happier you will feel. Our mind drags us through time from the past, present, into the future with thoughts. But when you are here now, there are no thoughts. There's only one place, one heavenly place, one eternal place, one place of total freedom, one place of absolute joy and happiness, one place that contains all of life, and one place that is perfection, and that is here now. So what I would love is if you could type now in capital letters, if you think you even got just a tiny glimpse of it from me talking about it. So if you can, anybody who felt now, felt being here now, if you can just type now. Now for anybody, for any of you who understand about awareness, oh my gosh, it makes me so happy. Oh, it makes me really happy. So even if it's just a glimpse, even if you just feel it for a second, at least you've got it and you can then come back to it. So the only time that happiness sort of stops bubbling inside of us is if the mind comes back in, but that's okay. It just doesn't matter. That's going to happen, yo-yo back and forth. Just go back to now. The more you are here in now, the happier you become. And the reason you are so happy when you're in now is because your mind can't operate there. Your mind doesn't even know that now exists. It's a secret place that you can always be in. And the more you are there, the more magnificent your life will be. Don't take my word for it. Prove it to yourself. Be happy now. And when you are happy now, you have won at life and you own life. So no matter how you twist the word now, you win. Okay? So I'm so happy to see the people that have felt that. It's really incredible. For those who have read The Greatest Secret and who have practiced becoming aware, I want you to know that being aware and awareness is the same as being here now. It's the same, okay? It's just two different ways to bring us to there. Now to some questions. We have, we have, have you got something?
Couple from
Oh, yes.
last live.
So Sky is asking me to answer a couple of questions that we got from the last live that we didn't get to. And these questions came in on YouTube. So the first one...
We don't know this person's name.
We don't know the person's name, okay. But their question is, isn't it just God who has the ultimate power? And the answer to that is yes, it is. However, I would also add that what is your definition of God? Because if your definition of God is something that is separate from you, then in my opinion, that is not correct. God is everything. God is everywhere. God is all power, all knowledge, and is present everywhere at the same time, which means that God is present here now. When you are here now, God is present. So there's no separation between you and God. Okay. Josh from the USA asks, pardon me, can you explain the subconscious mind to me? Say I tell myself I'm going to manifest something. Is the subconscious mind that antagonistic voice in my head that opposes it? Yes, it is. And the only reason your subconscious mind is opposing it when you say, I have this new car, or I'm already in this college, or I have this degree. The only reason the subconscious mind is opposing it is because there is a belief in the subconscious mind that makes it oppose it. And the way to deal with the subconscious mind and remove any beliefs, and mind you, we have put all those beliefs in there, but truly we put most of them in there when we were children, and we just accepted what society told us, parents, teachers, friends. And so the way that it went in is the way that we take it out. And we take it out by repetition of the absolute opposite. So for your manifestation, Josh, you would keep on doing it. You would keep visualizing, you would keep seeing it in your mind until you hear that voice turn from antagonistic to supportive, right? And then you know you've nailed it. And we all have beliefs in our subconscious mind that slipped in there when we were really young, and that sort of get in the way of what we want to do. But again, repetition, and you know what? It doesn't take that much. Like, you can do it. You can do it. So, okay. So now, Shruti from India asks, how do I manifest being calm and not obsessing over what another person thinks of me, even when I haven't done anything? Shruti, I would say for you, truly, to look in the mirror every single morning, look into your eyes and say, I am beautiful, I am perfect, and I love myself exactly as I am, because that is what the universe and all of life is trying to tell you every single day. And so I think that is important for you to do, okay? Anna from Germany. My father loves the law of attraction and has known it for many years, but he hasn't been able to use it on purpose for things he wants to manifest. And that's making him feel uncertain and unprotected. He doesn't feel safe in the world and wants to be sure that he can control his own experience and that others can't put him in danger. So, Anna, you need to tell your father no one can put anyone else in danger unless we believe they can. Because what we do is we give our power away. This is important. If your father is struggling, believing that somebody else can harm him, put him in danger, then every morning and even multiple times in the day, he should say, I am safe and secure at all times. I am strong, I am powerful, and whatever I truly want always manifests for me. And I'm going to say that again because I can already feel that a whole lot of you want it. want this as well. I am safe and secure at all times. I am strong, I am powerful, and whatever I truly want always manifests for me. And remember, this is recorded, so you can go back and you don't need to take notes while you're watching the live. You can take notes from the recording. Becky from Texas. I've heard things like ask once, let it go, and believe you've received, which seems like ask and then forget about it. But then I hear things like hold it in your mind until you hold it in your hand, which seems like you need to constantly think about it. Can you clarify which is the most effective? The thing is, both ways work. One is better than the other based on whether you believe or not. If you don't fully believe, then hold it in your mind until you hold it in your hand is better for you to do. If you do totally believe, then all you need to do is ask once, you believe you've received, and then you let it go. So it's, both work for people at different stages. So you kind of work out which is best for you. Melissa from the Netherlands, how do I find a way to that great breakthrough that will change my life forever? Discover who you really are. Nothing else will ever change anyone's life forever, but this one thing will change everyone's life forever. You will know happiness, peace, love, and contentment. I spent 10 years, 7 days a week, searching for this answer, and I shared all of it in my book, The Greatest Secret. This, to me, is the greatest discovery a person can ever make. And it's like because it's a whole book, which I have here. It's a whole book, and it's a journey, step by step. It's not anything that I can just snap and give to you, but to tell you that I know, and I think there are many who have lived before me, hundreds and thousands of years before me, who agree that this is the greatest discovery a human being can ever make. Know who you really are, because who you think you are when you look in the mirror and you think that is who you really are, that is not who you really are. That is not the greatest part of you. You, me, all of us have actually never seen ourselves. Yeah. So we're invisible, gloriously so. Wendy from Wales. Hi, Rhonda, please could you help me? I'm able to think good feeling thoughts, and it helps a lot to get me through the days, but then doubt sets in quite frequently. I'm taking care of my sister. She is incapacitated with MS, and it's horrendous to watch. I find it hard when we use really strong words like that, but anyway, I feel so much guilt in trying to manifest for myself, and that I can't do it for her. You can certainly visualize your sister happy and in joy. You can do that, and if that's what she wants, then your energy will absolutely help her. But just think about it for a moment, right? You can't get sick enough to help her. You must rise up and live a full life for you and for her. Believe it or not, she is living a full life, even though it doesn't appear that way. We often jump to the wrong conclusion when we see somebody leading a life of struggle, or what we consider struggle, or what that we think is sad, but everybody is living the most important life that they're meant to be living. So nothing is what it appears to be in this world, Wendy. Absolutely nothing, including the image of your sister. You see an image of your sister incapacitated, but what is actually behind that picture, what is really there and is the only thing there, is her true self, her God self, her divine consciousness, which is God's total perfection. That is what is there, absolute divinity. Marcy from New York. There is this car that is not a common colour car that I fell in love with, and I can manifest the hell out of it. I see it in the most unusual places. It follows me, and I want the car so bad, but I don't know how to manifest the money to get the car. So you don't need to manifest the money for the car. That's the how. How is not your job. Just keep seeing yourself owning and driving the car, and it will come to you in a way you could never have expected. The fact that you're seeing this car means manifestation is almost here. So then do the same thing you've been doing with the car for anything else you want to manifest. Avani from Delhi. Let me just turn the page here. I want to know how to focus and think about the outcome with all the negativity around. I'm sure many people feel this, and I experienced it myself way at the beginning, and I hope these words are going to help you, because I use the world as a way to show me how I'm doing inside. When you are happy, you experience a completely different world. When you're angry, you experience another completely different world. When you're worried, you experience another world again. The world is a reflection of what we hold inside us. I remember when I used to experience a world full of negativity, but then through constant internal work of thinking positive thoughts, my world changed. I now live in a positive world, barely any negativity that I can see or that bothers me. It just isn't even there. People are kind, they're sweet, life is beautiful. So change your mind, change your thoughts, and your world will change. So just keep at it, okay? Rachel from Australia, every day I wake up, I'm stressed, which puts me in a bad mood for the rest of the day, especially when I don't sleep well every night. How can I overcome the obstacles of the day in order to get to where I need to be mentally? I need to find a job, I need to lose weight, and I have no idea where to begin manifesting those things. I know you wanted to describe how you're doing so I could help, but even still, it's best for you, for everybody, that we don't use really powerful words like you don't command that you wake up stressed every day, right? You don't want to say that because then you're creating that for your future. Law of attraction doesn't go to sleep, doesn't have time out. You know, when we write a letter or we're talking to somebody, law of attraction is responding all the time. So be super careful with how you describe yourself. In writing to me, you could soften it a little so you are not cementing yourself to something you don't want. But here's what I think would be great for you, Rachel. Have you done the practices in the magic? There are 28 days of practices and your life will change. I couldn't recommend anything better for you than this. Then you will wake up and you will not see obstacles. You will see the good things, you will see the opportunities, you will see the joy, and you will tell the story about yourself that you truly want. Francesca from Sydney, Australia. The guys are telling me that I have to move my hair. And Nick, if you could see a picture of Nick up there, Nick's going like this to show me how to move my hair. Do you guys care about my hair? Poor Nick. Now you have to come over and say hi to them because yeah. Nick has fantastic hair actually. Yes, he does. Francesca from Sydney, Australia.
You got it.
Well, that's called touche. Hi, Rhonda. I would like to know how to silence the little niggling voice in the back of your mind which still says, no, you can't, or no, you won't, etc., while I practice my affirmations. That's the subconscious mind again. That's that little voice telling you you've got beliefs that are contrary to the affirmations that you're saying. But there's no faster way than what you're doing. Just keep saying your affirmations. The little voice will stop. Repetition, repetition, repetition. You have to override that belief in the subconscious through repetition. Pardon me. And when you do, the little voice will be cheering you on. You'll know you've done it. So we're laughing.
I'm laughing at someone saying, so where is Nick?
He's right here.
Now we want to see Nick.
Everybody wants to see Nick. Oh no, he's
Calvin Rock says, I love your thick hair.
Thank you, Calvin. Thank you. Julie from south of France. You said, that if we didn't receive what we've been trying to manifest after a long time using The Secret, nearly a year, we should let it go. Can you clarify what letting go means? Does it mean that we should stop talking and thinking about it, forget about it, and make different plans? It does. It does mean to stop talking and thinking about it. It does mean to forget it and get on with your life. What you've asked for is never lost, but letting go, let's go of the resistance that you don't have it yet, the noticing that it hasn't manifested. And with those things gone, it allows a direct path for manifestation. Lynn from the Netherlands. I would like to have a second child and give birth healthily at home. I have already bought a nursery, baby clothes, a birthing pool, and the baby bed is next to my bed. I act as if the baby is already here. Even my daughter strokes my belly and says, baby, baby. Yet I regularly feel disappointment, fear, and sadness. What can I do to let go of that and manifest my wish? Okay, so you've got all of those things there. I'm going to be really straight up with you here. Visualize holding the baby, hearing the baby, smelling the baby. This is a mental practice, okay? After you've done that and it feels real that the baby is in your arms, then it is time to distract yourself. You've created a vacuum for the universe to fill, so now it's time to let go and allow the universe to fill it. Do your best to distract yourself with things that you love doing, so you're not thinking about this all of the time. Get your mind on other things and make feeling good your number one priority. Katie from the USA, when I desire something to happen, I'm either too desperate to make it happen or I'm reluctant about it. How to find a balance. So why not go for something you don't care about? It will prove to you how powerful you are. Go try and manifest a bunch of things that you couldn't care less about whether you got them or not. In truth, if you felt that way about the things that make you feel desperate or reluctant, and you couldn't care less if they manifested, they would manifest so fast it would shock you. So just try manifesting something you don't give a toss about. Oh, it's okay if I get it, and it's okay if I don't. And then see how that goes for you. YJ from Australia, I seem to have a huge lag in manifesting. I want something at a certain time, but I always get it in years or months later when I do not actually need it anymore. I've only gotten like 1% of things when I actually needed them. But if I mistakenly say something negative or wrong, there are no lags whatsoever. They just show up. Can I get clarification, and how can I change this? This is a good question. For a start, I think most people manifest something negative really quickly. It's usually because we have such a strong belief and feeling behind what we're thinking or saying. We don't even stop to think to question it, that it's going to manifest. So having a strong belief and feeling, that will make it manifest every single time. Since every thought does manifest unless cancelled out, I'm not surprised that those things you once wanted still manifest sometimes later. The reason they manifest later is because you don't need them anymore. So you have zero resistance. And when you have zero resistance, then they come. So with what you want to manifest, can you duplicate the feeling you have of not wanting it anymore? Do you think you can kind of get that feeling with what you want to manifest now? It might be worth just giving that a try. You just could nail it. Eric from New Jersey, how do I manifest something out of my life, like selling a car or a bad person? I thought if I focus on something, it will be attracted. That's true. I want to remove it from my life. Who would be the first person you would tell when you sell your car? Whoever that is, visualize phoning that person and telling them your car is sold, and tell them how excited you feel. For a person that you no longer want in your life, the surefire way to have them out of your life is to never think of them. However, here are 2 affirmations from the very wonderful Catherine Ponder that will help. And if all of you want these affirmations, remember this is taped, so you can go back and get them. I release all attachments to people and situations that no longer serve, bless. I'm going to say it again. I release all attachments to people and situations that no longer serve my highest good. I attract into my life only those relationships that are positive, supportive, and loving. And I think they are 2 wonderful, wonderful affirmations, and probably really great for many of you, right? So I hope they work for you, Eric. Let me know. Ashna, what do you feel about lying to someone? Does it impact our manifestations? Is it a good lie to protect the person, or is it a lie to protect yourself? The problem with lying to protect ourselves is that we don't feel good when we do it, and it places us on a low frequency, and then we're far away from the manifestation frequency. Next question from Ashna. Is it okay if you believe in law of attraction and God simultaneously? Of course, it sure is. Karina from London. What is the place of fear in our lives? In The Secret, fear prevents manifestations, but fear is a motivator. Fear does preserve our existence. When is fear serving us, and when is fear working against us? So, the fight or flight response caused by fear protects us most certainly. So when we're in a dangerous situation, the body changes, all the chemicals, senses, absolutely everything. So we have incredible energy to run or fight. The fear that doesn't work for us is psychological fear. Psychological fear means there is no danger threatening you physically, but you instead allow negative thoughts to make you fearful. One is psychological with no danger, and one is a real danger. That's the difference between the two.
Great answer.
Suraj, oh, thanks, Nick. Suraj, how to differentiate between I, ego, and I, soul self. How to differentiate between the ego and the soul or the self. So the ego is the mind. They're both the same thing. And that is the me, the story we have about ourselves. I was born here, I've got siblings, I went to this college, I love this food, I don't. The whole story that we have about ourselves, that's the me. The I, which is our true self, which is eternal and never dies, is free of the mind. It is divinity, it is our true nature, it is eternal, and it is not affected by the mind or anything else. And that's the difference between the two. Norman from England says, you say we always exist and never die. Well, just said it, right? And we are only borrowing the body we're using now. We are using the body, yes. If we always existed, why can't we remember our former past? Is it just reincarnation? And if we do come back, do we have to learn the secret all over again and again? I love this question, Norman. I really, really love it because you're just stretching and going further. It's just really great. The reason we can't remember previous lives, and I asked this very question myself to my mentor, the reason we can't remember them is because they would cause so many problems for us in this life. We have lived every kind of life imaginable. We have done the worst possible things, we've done the best possible things. And if we remembered all of that, can you just imagine? We have enough to manage psychologically sorting out this life without the burden of remembering hundreds or thousands of other lives. It's a really good system, I think. The only time that we are likely to remember another life is if that life serves us. Okay? If it serves us in this lifetime, we may remember something about another life or get flashes or glimpses. So I remember my mentor telling me, and I think this was just so good, he said to me, one life, many bodies. And I think that sums up the idea of reincarnation really well. The great news is this: whatever realizations you have had in this life, the level of consciousness you attain will be where you begin in the next life. So every discovery you make, you take with you into the next life. This will continue until each of us is fully conscious and have realized the complete truth about ourselves, the world, and life. And it is the final destination that every one of us will reach, whether it's this lifetime, and it can be if you want it, whether it's next lifetime, whether it's 100 lifetimes from now, or 1,000 lifetimes from now, or 10,000 lifetimes from now. It's in our hands for each of us. The truth is there for us to discover. So, Wulan from Indonesia. Does God equal the universe? Yes, absolutely yes, God does. And I want to see if Sky has got some questions that you guys have sent in.
Questions and comments?
Okay, Nadine asks, what's the next step after you become more positive and reduce the constant thoughts in your head? I love that, Nadine. It's so encouraging. I would say for sure, absolutely, hands down, the greatest secret and discovering who you are. For sure. For sure. If you are at that stage, and I reach that stage too, there is more truth for you to discover. Not anything that will contradict what you're living now, but truth that is nothing but joy and good news, okay? Anything that we are told that limits us in any way, has us feel less than absolutely magnificent, is not the truth. Because the truth is we are unlimited eternal beings. And we have this picture of a human being. This is like, do you know what this is like? Our lives, it's like a blink, just like a blink. So, but we're here for all eternity. All of us together, the one. Wow, we're all the one. Okay, how...
There's a link to the greatest secret at the top of the chat too.
Okay, there's a link to the greatest secret at the top of the chat. Alaya, do I say? Alaya asks, how do you be happy now if everything around me is falling apart? You have to be happy now for the falling apart to change. And this is a really good question because it takes some courage and it takes some fortitude. It takes some vigilance. But what's happening now is based on past thoughts. And the way for you to change what is happening now, totally change, 360-degree change, is to change what you're thinking. And you can do it bit by bit. You could do, I don't know where you are with books or what you like or what you don't, but the magic is the fast way for you to get out of this. The fast way. I mean, the magic has just changed millions and millions and millions and millions of people's lives. And it is 28 days of practices. You will notice your life changing after the first day. That's how incredible it is. And it's so easy. It's free. It's totally free to be grateful. And so I would highly recommend the magic for you. And Annie, will you be writing another book? And Calvin, Rhonda, tell us about your new book. You said it would be a sequel to The Greatest Secret. Ooh, did I? Okay, I can't tell them anything, can I, lad? I don't like that when people on YouTube say, oh, there's something happening, but I can't tell you, it's a secret.
You can say that there's more books coming.
Okay.
The sequel's not the next one, is it?
No. So there are more books coming. Yes. Is there more than one book coming? Maybe. There are more than 2 books coming? Maybe. But there are more books coming. Now I want to talk about the sequel to The Greatest Secret. I am solidly non-stop researching this. I am so excited about writing this book, and I'm probably going to start writing this book this year. It is going to be even more. The Greatest Secret contains everything, but in this next book, it's going to really sort of take our life and the world and sort of put a microscope on that so that we can be 100% free in this lifetime, be free of all karma, be free of the birth and death wheel of one birth after another, because we can, when we have fully worked everything out and we know who we are and we know what the world is and we know what life is, we then have the freedom to come back of our own free will, not because we have to come back. So, or we don't have to do that either. So we don't have to come back. But that book, I am researching. My heart is on fire about that book. And yeah, it'll be coming. And you know what? It's going to land at exactly the right time, isn't it? So, but in the interim, there's our books. In the interim, there are books. Amazing books. Books that you guys want. So, or book. Or book. Okay, we are done. We have 40 minutes. You are sick of listening to me now. Thank you so much for being so willing to be happy now, and keep practicing that. I want to thank my team so much, Katie May, Nick George, Sky Byrne, who are here with me, and in Australia, Glenda Bell and Paul Harrington, who are up with who else?
Josh.
Oh, Josh is too. Oh, Josh in Australia, Josh Gold in Australia as well, the whole three. Okay, I want to thank my team because I couldn't do any of this without my team, and none of it would be worthwhile or even worth doing if it wasn't for all of you. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Create the best life, the best, most incredible happiness, love, joy, and I'll see you soon. Okay? Mwah! Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining the Secret Live Q&A. We are so grateful for your support. For even more life-changing content on the power of manifestation, make sure to subscribe to the Secret YouTube channel and connect with us on your favourite social media platform. Ready to dive deeper into the Secret teachings? Visit us at thesecret.tv to explore further. May the joy be with you.